Okay, just a heads up. This session is going to be in English, ya. Bagi penonton, saya hendak buat sesi ini dalam bahasa Inggeris atas sebab-sebab tertentu yang saya akan jelaskan dalam live yang lain. So, this is a long shot. This is a long shot. I genuinely hope that it somehow gets the attention of the person, the intended person, which is Tucker Carlson. So Tucker Carlson is someone I follow very closely. I'm a fan. I literally wait for every episode of his podcast. Yeah, I watch all of them. Some are 2 hours long. I've even seen one which goes almost to 3 hours. I follow very closely American politics. Tucker Carlson. I follow the MAGA campaign. Gutfeld and so on and so forth. Yeah. So, and I have to admit that I'm a little biased as an outsider, as a non-American. I'm a little biased in favor of Trump for reasons best known to me. I feel that I should be in support of another Trump presidency as opposed to Kamala Harris. But nonetheless, all that aside, I watched Carlson speak at one of Trump's rallies recently, and had it not been picked up by even the American media, the left-wing media, or the left-leaning media, I doubt it would have triggered any attention here in Malaysia. But sadly, it was picked up by I think it was the Economic Times and various other channels, outlets, and the emphasis was on Carlson's claim that Kamala Harris was Samoan Malaysian. And I watched Carlson's speech. Actually, I found it witty, and I didn't really have a problem with what he said, but he lumped together this joke about Kamala Harris being Samoan Malaysian and having a low IQ, in such a way that it generated the perception, or it drove home the perception that, well, people of low IQ are typically or could be associated with places like Malaysia, right? Now, I know that the bar of the sensitivity bar in America is rather low. I can appreciate that. People are open to jokes at other people's expense, other countries' expense. They don't take things as seriously as perhaps someone in Vietnam or someone in Malaysia or someone in Singapore would. Yeah. So they poke fun at Canada, they poke fun at Australia, they can poke fun at anybody because they themselves are open to ridicule and they don't really take things seriously. So I can appreciate that. It's a difference in culture. So had this not been picked up by the foreign media, and given my tendency to be able to appreciate this kind of open humor, this kind of tolerance, I wouldn't have done this video. But the fact is, it was picked up, it was highlighted, obviously by the left-leaning media for obvious reasons, given that the presidential election campaign is so contentious there, left versus right. It's gone to a level which is very, it's crazy, yeah. So it has courted the response from our Malaysian local politicians, and one such politician, Teresa Kok, has demanded an apology from Tucker Carlson for linking Kamala Harris to Malaysia, and for obvious reasons, yeah. Now, I agree with her. I think Tucker Carlson owes an apology to Malaysia. It does not matter what standards the American people hold to, with regards to sensitivity or the tolerance or whatever, in humor. But Malaysians are a little more sensitive than Americans, and I think they are offended. Yeah, so it's a shame. It's a shame. I understand that the left has hurled a lot of slander, against Trump. They've likened him to Hitler. They've called him a fascist, all of which are untrue, and it's ridiculous, and it probably did contribute to, or did probably have a role to play in the two assassination attempts by these deranged individuals who probably bought some of that rhetoric and acted upon it. He's Hitler, so I understand all that, and I myself am disgusted with all that rhetoric that is being propagated by the left. So I don't like it. I also can understand that sometimes, in the name of humor, even the right slips in jokes that border on propaganda. So when I listened to Carlson saying that Harris was Samoan Malaysian, and from his body language and expression, I kind of got the sense that he was not really targeting Malaysia. He was just like, yeah, she's from there, these places which are not which are totally different from the American culture, or she's an outsider, or whatever it is that he was trying to convey. But lumping it together with her having a low IQ, Malaysia and so on, and with it having been commented on by a local politician, and with Malaysians now being aware that Harris has been likened to Harris has been called a Samoan Malaysian. Now this has become something serious here. So I think Carlson should apologize, because he's doing a disservice to Trump. Trump is likely to win. Actually, I am for Trump, but for personal reasons, and being a Malaysian, I have every right to take interest in American politics, because America claims to be the leader of the free world. So whatever America does affects the whole world. So every person in every part of the world has a right to comment or take interest in American politics. I do. I write on it, albeit with a pseudonym, and probably some of you guys, if you're listening from the US, you have probably even read some of what I've said. But and like I said, I like Carlson, I like Tucker, but sadly what he has said has caught the attention of Malaysians, and he needs to apologize. So Tressa is right. I hope this message gets to Carlson. It'll be a shame if Trump becomes the president, and I think he'll become the president. And it'll be a shame that he starts off his presidency with a lineup, with a good lineup, which includes in a direct or indirect way Tucker Carlson, who in ridiculing, in putting down, in shaming Kamala Harris, likened her to a person of low IQ. Not likened, he called her a person of low IQ and linked that to Malaysia. I don't think Malaysians have low IQ. I'm a Malaysian, unless Carlson looking at this video somehow feels that, yeah, that's a low IQ person speaking. Yeah, no, I mean, you have to apologize. Yeah, you have to apologize to Malaysians because we hold to different standards in terms of sensitivity. The Americans have a different standards. I can appreciate that. Yeah, but that being said, if if Carlson ignores this message, it sends another message to us. It sends a message that, yeah, he doesn't give a damn about Malaysia. He doesn't give a damn about what people like me, people like Tressa Kok, and who knows who else may comment, feels about the idea that he may have likened a person of low IQ to Malaysia. Doesn't give a damn. So it will send another message tacitly that that's how they look upon this country. They look upon themselves as being superior, and that would reflect on Trump. I don't want it to reflect on Trump, but it would. I mean, that was a Trump rally. That was Carlson speaking at a Trump rally, representing, I might say, Trump in a manner of speaking. So if he keeps quiet about this, given that it has been commented on by a Malaysian politician, yeah, start sending another message, tacitly implying that, yeah, well, we don't give a damn what Malaysians think because we are leaders of the free world, and we can say anything we want. If we feel people in Malaysia have low IQs, and that's the implication as far as some Malaysians are concerned. So I know Carlson didn't mean that, but that's the implication. So yeah, if they feel that way, well, too bad. Yeah, so that would be detrimental to. I don't know how far this thing will escalate, but it will be detrimental to long-term relations between the Trump presidency and the Malaysian people. Yeah, people are just going to think badly of the Americans. So, well, that's my 2 cents anyway. Until my next live, sehingga kita berjumpa lagi ya. Ya, assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, salam kuat seketika.